Have you ever looked into her eyes and felt something primal? Stira beauty, so profound it quieted your defenses, dulled your instincts, and left your guard lowered. This isn't poetry, this is design. Nature's, not hers. And the men who survive its trap aren't the ones who worship beauty, but the ones who understand it. Socrates didn't fear this mystery. He walked straight into it. Not to conquer it, not to condemn it, but to see clearly what others preferred to romanticize. His lesson wasn't that women are evil or manipulative, but that they are veiled, and anything veiled must be studied before it's trusted. Because what enchants you can also consume you. And if you do not understand how it works, it will eventually work against you. Most men today don't question the feminine. They pursue it, they bow to it, they build their lives around it. But Socrates, he asked the hard questions. Why does she move in shadows while you stand in clarity? Why is her affection often fused with strategy? Why does her silence echo louder than your need for answers? These questions aren't attacks, they're tools. Because if you never ask, you'll never see. And if you never see, you will kneel not in reverence, but in delusion. In the Republic, Socrates describes the just, soul-balanced, ruled by reason, not by appetite. Now ask yourself, what happens when a man builds his soul around a woman whose nature he does not grasp? He's not creating order, he's building a shrine to confusion. The modern man is chained, not by women, but by his thirst for feminine approval. Look around, men trading purpose for attention, trading legacy for lust, building kingdoms not for virtue, but for validation. Socrates wasn't warning you about women, he was warning you about the illusion you create around them. A man who doesn't understand her will either idolize her or demonize her. Either way, he falls, because she wasn't built to catch him, not out of cruelty, but out of nature. She selects, she tests, she adapts, but she does not build. That's your role, that's your burden, and if you refuse it, she will expose your weakness not to hurt you, but because instinct demands it. Socrates said a man must examine his life. That means your hunger, your loneliness, your desire for her approval. If you don't understand it, she will, and she will move accordingly, not with malice, but with precision. She does not hate the man she outmaneuvers. She simply cannot follow the man who cannot lead. Most men think power is in wealth, in charm, in being desired, but Socrates knew better. True power belongs to the man who cannot be deceived, especially by what he craves. You weren't born to orbit her, you were born to govern yourself. She is not your mission, she is the mirror. She will reflect everything you refuse to see in yourself. If you lose focus because she withdraws, if your spirit cracks when she tests you, you are already weak. Her test only revealed it. In Phaedrus, Socrates says, "Love ungoverned by reason is madness. Divine madness, perhaps, but madness still." How many men have abandoned purpose for pleasure, sacrificed discipline for dopamine, mistaking a warm body for true connection? Understand this. She is not looking for your soul. She's scanning for alignment, strength, security, direction. You think your intellect seduces her. It doesn't. Your posture does. Your certainty does. Your calm does. But if you put her on a pedestal before you've built your throne, she won't kneel. She'll test until you fall. Not because she wants to, because she has to. Socrates taught that man is composed of three parts: reason, spirit, appetite. When reason leads, the man is free. When appetite leads, the man becomes a slave to lust, to her, to his own chaos. You've seen these men. You may have been one. Men who lose themselves in pursuit of her validation. Men who compromise principle for proximity. And when she senses it, she pulls away. Because even she is searching for a man who does not need her to be whole, but invites her into his completeness. She does not want a broken man. She does not want a man obsessed with her. She wants a man so rooted in himself that even her leaving cannot unmake him. She is not your savior. She is not your therapist. She is not your mirror. You want her to see you? Then stop performing. Stand still. Be seen where few men dare stand, in solitude, in silence, in self-mastery. The shortest path to honor, Socrates said, is to be in reality what we would appear to be. Every man wants to appear strong, wise, respected, desired. Few dare to become that. Not through charm, through conviction. So do not chase her love. Offer your truth. Do not chase her attention. Cultivate presence. Do not chase her body. Master your appetite. That is what Socrates meant by the examined life. Not just thinking, but watching what you become in the presence of beauty, of rejection, of longing. That is your arena. That is where most men betray their crown. But not you. You will hold your ground. You will face her silence without panic. You will endure her tests without losing your frame. Because the moment you bend to earn her affection, you cease to be the man she can admire. She does not want to lead. She wants to trust the man who does. She will follow not when you demand it, but when you deserve it. And what earns that respect? Not dominance, not anger, but clarity, command, sovereignty. Socrates never begged for affection. He lived by form. And the form of manhood is not defined by how many women you attract, but by how few illusions you obey. She will orbit your fire, not if it flickers, but if it endures. She will align, not with your promises, but with your posture. She will love you, not because you please her, but because you remind her of something eternal: discipline, strength, calm. Not because she needs it, because she trusts it. And she cannot trust a man who falls apart at the loss of her smile. You must be the mast, not the wind. Do not bend unless it is your will. Do not follow unless it is truth. Because once you collapse to win her, you will collapse again. And soon, you will be no man at all, just an echo of her expectations. This is not bitterness. This is sobriety. It is the Socratic path measured, quiet, sharp. Let them call you cold. Let them say you're too firm. These are the words of a world terrified of men who cannot be manipulated. You were not made to beg for warmth. You were made to burn. And when your fire comes from within, no woman can put it out. Nor will she want to. Because now, finally, you are whole.